In this video, I'm going to be explaining the 1 minute trading strategy that I'll use for the rest of my life because it's so simple, it's been proven to work, and I'm going to continue using it. So on the left, you can see an example of me using the strategy. It's the same strategy every single day, it's the same pattern every single day. And on the right over here, you can see the pattern that I'm trading every single day. I'll explain what the pattern is, how to find the pattern, how to trade the pattern, and we'll get into it. But the thing you have to remember is you should only master one pattern and trade one pattern. Just master it, become so good at it, and continue trading that one pattern. So let's get into the video. So let's talk about the pattern in the first place. So let's say you have a stock like this, right? Slowly but surely, it's starting to go up, right? Then we have this happen. Now this is what we call a pullback. The reason this happens is because you have all these people that have bought the stock over here. Now that the stock is all the way up over here, like, well, let me just sell. Let me take my profits. And so what this is called, it's called profit taking. Because people are just taking profits. You know, not everyone is selling and dumping. People are just taking profits. That's it. Now this is the pattern that we want to trade. And you can see it's pretty fucking similar, right? We have a nice upward trend over here. We have a nice upward trend over here. We have a little pullback over here, little pullback over here. The next thing that's supposed to happen if everything works out, if all the stars align, is it's supposed to go back up, right? So what's going to happen over here? Hopefully it also goes back up. Now we want to be entering when the candle makes a brand new high. So this green candle over here, you can see that it breaks the high of this candle and it continues going up. So I want to enter this green candle as soon as it breaks this high over here. That's the entire strategy. So I'm going to wait for the next candle to open, break this one's high, and I'm going to enter. Let's see what happens next candle. Boom. Enter as soon as it breaks the high and it squeezes upwards. And it continues squeezing, right? I'm still holding this and I'm only going to sell once I see some resistance. So I can see a little bit of resistance forming. We have what we call a topping tail. This shows us that the stock went all the way up over here. Sellers pushed it back down. That's not really too good. We don't want to see that. So this tells me that there's a lot of resistance. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sell. So I can see that it starts to dip and I end up selling right over there. So let's look over my last 30 days P&L. You can see this is a chart over here. It's been pretty bumpy, right? We've had like a very good start to the month. Then we kind of flatlined for a long time. Then it goes straight up again and then it flatlines for a little bit longer. And then we finally had a nice move up quite recently. So for the month, I'm up $150,000. Now again, my results are not typical. Don't expect to start using the strategy and make 150K. But this should just inspire you and make you understand like, wow, like if he can make this much, so can I. Because I keep saying this, but I'm just an average guy. Like I'm not like super intelligent or whatever. You can do this too. Now let's talk about how I find the stocks to trade in the first place. Because we know the chart pattern, right? It's going to be a bull flag. That's what we call the chart pattern. Goes up, dips down for a little bit. As soon as it goes back up, we enter, squeezes up. As soon as we see some resistance, we're going to sell. That's the entire pattern. Now, the next question is, how do I find the stocks? What stock do I trade? Now, a lot of people, what they do is they go on prop firms. Maybe they trade, options or Nvidia, Tesla. The problem with this is you're taking so much risk for like not a great reward. Like if you're risking $100 to make like $200 and your win rate is like 30%, 40%, which it probably is, you're not going to make any money. So I don't even trade NASDAQ or Tesla or options because it's just way too risky. I lower my risk so much that I only trade normal stocks, like literally cash. I use my own cash to invest and that's it. I don't use prop firms, any of this stuff. So how do I find the stock that I'm going to trade? Do I trade the same stock every single day? The answer is no. I don't trade the same stock every single day. I trade a different stock every single day. And the way I find that is through a gap scanner like this over here. So you can see the scanner, I've sorted it by gap percentage. Someone asked me in like one of my previous videos that I didn't name the scanner in the video. It's literally the default TradingView scanner. Like it's the default one you get. So that's the one I use. I sort the list by gap percentage. Like that's literally it. The next thing you'll find is you find a lot of these have a lot of news, right? So each one of these, there'll be a big headline that comes out and that's the reason that they're gapping up in the first place. So for example, here's an example of a news headline. We have Urban Grow stock rocket 60%, blah, 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 following some media rights acquisition, right? Like the news is not important. What's important is the stock is going up and it has good technicals and it's low float. The smaller the float, the better the chance that the stock makes a big move. This is why I don't trade Nvidia or Tesla, because all these stocks have massive billions and billions of shares that are float. The stocks I trade, they have maybe 1 million shares float. So that's what I want to be looking for. Now, quick heads up, guys. I have my free trading course. It's completely free. It has a little section about scanner. So again, how to find these stocks. It goes into more detail. We have entry criteria. We have exit criteria. There's so much more. Click the first link in the description to go check it out. It's completely free. Try the strategy out. So now let's talk about the pattern, right? So I told you we have the list of stocks that we're going to be focusing on, because we're just going to be focusing on the stocks that are gapping up. That's it, right? So now we have like maybe 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10 stocks that are gapping up. We're just going to be focusing on them, and we're going to be waiting for the pattern to show up. Like, that's the entire game. I just have these stocks open. I'm waiting for a pattern, right? And it's the same pattern that we explained earlier. So over here, we can see the stock, right? It has a pretty weak open, right? It goes up, it finds a lot of resistance on VWAP, it crushes back down, but then you can see it curls back up super aggressively with a lot of volume. Notice the volume going up as well. Spikes up a lot, we have a little bit of resistance, then spikes up again. So this is a big stock. Everyone's watching it. I need to get into this. And so you can see over here, actually, I take a trade, but I take a loss. So I trade the exact same pattern, but you see I end up taking a loss. And again, this just shows you this strategy does not work every time. Don't expect this to have a 100% win rate. Anyone out there that's telling you they have a strategy with a 100% win rate is straight up lying to you. Losses are part of trading. You cannot avoid losses. The best thing to do when you take a loss, let me tell you, is to keep it as small as possible. Most of my losses, they're like 3, 4, 5% losses. Like, they're not huge losses. And that's one of the main reasons that my P&L is so big. It's because I limit my losses so much, like as much as I can. So took a small loss there. Then you can see it squeezes back up. We have this massive topping tail, huge resistance, right? So I'm just going to ignore this stock for the next couple of minutes because of how much resistance there is. But look what we see right over here. We see the same pattern. We see that little pullback, don't we? Right? We have this surge up, and now it's pulling back a little bit. So all I need to do is I need to wait for the next candle to open and break this one's high right over here. That's what I do. I enter right over here as it breaks the high, and you can see it squeezes up. This is amazing stuff. And again, I'm just following the pattern. Like, I've mastered the pattern. I've traded it for like years now. So I know exactly what to find, what to trade, what not to trade. Master the pattern, and you're going to be successful. You can see it just continues going up and up and up. And then over here, we can see a lot of topping tails. Now, topping tails, you'll hear me say this so much. It's because it's one of my favorite indicators to tell me that there's a lot of resistance. And when there's resistance, I'm going to sell. So right over here at this price point, I end up selling. Think of it. I entered the stock at like $7.60 or whatever, and I sell the stock at $11. Like, this is crazy. Now, from this trade, I end up netting $42,000. Again, my results aren't typical, but this should inspire you. Like, you should be sitting there being like, holy shit. Like, I can make 42K from this strategy in a single day? Like, that's fucking crazy. The worst thing you can do is just like continue watching these YouTube videos. Just continue watching and not take action. Like, you have to take action. That's the only way you'll get to your goals. Like, you have all these dreams in your head, but you keep watching these videos, you keep just delaying it. Like, bro, you have to act. Like, figure out a strategy that works. I'm literally giving you my strategy, and start using it tomorrow. Like, just stop delaying it. Just execute. You have to execute, man. So let's speak about what I stopped doing, because I used to lose a shit ton of money before I became profitable. And I'll speak about some of the things that I stopped doing that finally made me profitable. This is a loss that I took, right? You can see I entered over here for some random reason, and the stock just ends up dumping, and I'm still holding it. Think of it. If you see this candle, you're going to instantly sell. Not me. I continue holding, and I end up selling all the way down over here. Like, this is fucking terrible. Like, I look at this and I just cringe. So some of the things that I stopped doing. The first thing, the biggest thing, is I stopped FOMOing into trades. Guys, you need to stop FOMOing into trades. And it's something which is learnable. Don't think that you're just born with it. Like, it's just my personality, I'm nervous. Like, don't think like that. FOMO is something that can be removed. The next thing I stopped doing was emotional trading. Now, this will absolutely wreck you because what happens is it's like a snowball effect. So, you take a trade and you take a loss. And after you take a loss, you're super pissed off. Like you're just angry, you're screaming, you're fucking fuming, your fists are clenched, you're super mad. And so what do? You take another trade. And because you took another trade out of frustration, it's not going to be a good setup. And you take another loss. So now 2 losses in a row, which makes you even more pissed. So you take another trade. It's literally like a downward slope like this. Like this can like literally wreck you. This single-handedly emotional trading can wreck you. You have to stop trading. I used to literally have a rule, and I say this rule to every beginner, is you should only trade once per day. I don't give a shit if the stock is up 1,000%. You're only gonna trade once per day. Because that gives you so much discipline. And when you know in your brain, like, listen, I only have one trade. So I better not waste it on some shitty setup. I need to wait for the perfect setup. When you have that knowledge in your brain, you end up taking such amazing setups. So if you're struggling with emotional trading, make it a rule to only trade once per day. Make that a rule. And the last thing I stopped doing was just trading a bad strategy. I mean, straight up, I don't know what the fuck I was trading. I think I had like 15 different indicators on my chart. I just had so much garbage because I was listening to all these different people trading like 5 strategies at once. Like I used to literally trade gold, Bitcoin, and stocks every single day. Because my idea was, oh, if I wake up and this market is open, I'll trade it. Then when this market opens, I'll trade this. And then when that market closes, Bitcoin's still open, so let me trade Bitcoin. Like I was so... Anyway, the point I'm trying to say is find a good strategy. Your strategy that you choose is super important. Like I said, I've literally given you my entire strategy. So now it's time for you to execute. Now, if you finally want to be profitable trading, the best place to do it is inside the community, the Draco Room. You can see people are making wins every single day. Lily just made $372. Deb made $201 and then he lost 23. Ashley made $1,000. Like, people are trading the strategy I just told you and they're finding so much success with it. Like, I want to see your win posted in this channel. You also get inside the community live movers. So literally every single day when a stock is moving and I'm looking at it because I want to trade it, I literally tell you guys the stock that I'm looking at. Like every single day, this goes so much longer back. Also in the community, you get access to all these videos and especially the live trade videos. So every time I take a trade, I film it so that you can see exactly when I enter and exactly when I exit. It doesn't matter if it's a win, it's a loss, it doesn't matter what it is because I'm filming it and showing you every single time. Like you can see, there's so many videos in here. So to join the community, email me at this email right over here to join and finally take that action because nothing is going to change unless you decide consciously to change, bro. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.